The Silver Ferns are the current holders of the Netball World Cup. In this year's squad, there are 7 Māori players. They have a Māori coach, a Māori assistant coach, and a Māori captain. I caught up with Wellington Pulse captain and defender Kelly Jury.
Congratulations on the last 2 years. You've had a massive last 2 years, captain, winning awards, going to the World Cup. How's it been for you?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. I think it's not till I sit down and kind of reflect and I'm like, okay, I can pat myself on the back. But you know, even though you do get these kind of awards, you're always looking forward and looking towards the next thing. And obviously with the World Cup, first World Cup for myself, so really excited about that.
And was being a Silver Fern always the goal for you growing up, or?
Yeah, well, I've still got back home in my childhood bedroom, I've still got my very first Silver Ferns poster that I got at my first Silver Ferns game I went to in, gosh, I don't know, maybe 2007. And I can't bring myself to take it down. But I guess I just loved playing netball and I wasn't too bad at it either. So I just kept progressing, and it wasn't until I did start kind of stepping up the ladder that I was like, oh, maybe that is actually a goal that I can achieve. It was always a dream, but never a dream that I thought I'd accomplish until later in my career. So really thankful and grateful to be able to do what I do.
You grew up in Taranaki. How did the farming life kind of shape your netballing skills?
Oh, a lot of hard work. There's always stuff to be done out on the farm, and there's always stuff to be done out on court as well, and ways that you can progress and move forward. And I think, very grateful for my upbringing. I had a very supportive family, didn't live very close to anywhere, lived out in the middle of nowhere, so mum and dad had to drive us kids into town all the time to take us to training, so can't thank them enough for the opportunities they gave us. And just lots of love, and I love going back home. Any spare time I get, I love to be back out on the farm.
What's it about athletes being born in these kind of isolated country areas?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess.
In Taranaki, these heaps.
A bit of mud, sweat and tears. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
So are you from Makahu?
Makahu.
Yeah. So if you're taking a bunch of tourists there for a day, what would you do with them?
Probably maybe teach them how to shear a sheep. Build a fence maybe. Drive a quad bike. My little brother's really into pig hunting, so maybe he can take them pig hunting. You know, there's lots to do.
So you're from Ngāti Kahungunu. Did you have much of Te Ao Māori in your life growing up?
Honestly, no. It wasn't until I played for the Aotea Māori secondary schools. I made that team first when I was year 12 and again in year 13. And so that was kind of the first time that I really, I guess, touched into that side. And also being down at the Pulse, we've got a big culture around Māori and with our partnership with Te Wānanga Raukawa. And that has really inspired me to look more into my family, whānau and heritage and my whakapapa, to see where I'm actually from. So it feels really good, and you know, I've done a lot of research this year and found out a lot of things, got connections to Te Rauparaha, and we play there all the time in Porirua. And it's quite cool that I can kind of connect myself back to those roots.
Now, Silver Fern defender Kelly Jury is playing at her very first Netball World Cup. Hikurangi talked to her straight after her debut against Trinidad and Tobago.
First World Cup, how are you feeling?
Oh, really good. It's great to get the first game out of the way, kind of dust the nerves out of the system, but great to get a good result as well.
Is it a dream come true?
Dream come true, absolutely. Always wanted to be a Silver Fern, and to be a Silver Fern at a World Cup is just icing on the cake.
And how was the jet lag? Did you get much?
We didn't have time to think about jet lag. We got straight into trainings, but to be fair, in between every training we were trying to catch up on sleep, but you know, adjusted as well as I could.
So these are 9 a.m. games. What time do you get up and prepare?
We're up 5:30 to 6-ish, but the main thing is we've got to get up to eat, because you want to eat a few hours before the game and you don't want everything jiggling around in there. But get ready and get some game. But these 9 a.m. games have been, I think we've got one more tomorrow, so not too bad. And
there's a few bumps out there, people running into each other. What was that game like for you?
A little bit messy in patches, and that's to be expected, especially in our first game when everyone's probably a bit anxious. But I think once we settle into it and settle into the comp, we'll be good. And you know, we had a great start. To keep them to 2 goals in the first quarter is pretty awesome.
And is the whānau here?
I've got my in-laws. So they're here out in the crowd somewhere. But it's great to see so many New Zealanders out there.
Well, good. Have a great tournament.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.